Hello everyone, it is a pleasure to be back with you, Heir of Bordeleaux here, and we are going to be continuing our errantry wars, so I hope you are ready to see some good fighting. We are at war with the Great Grom, and no doubt he is cooking up something nasty for us, and we'll want to be prepared. So yeah, this is going to be a dicey situation with Grom here. I don't have defenses in the settlement, and quite frankly, I don't know if they're going to be able to get done in time, but I'm going to build some. I've got this army back here recruiting. It is in friendly territory at Castle Carcassonne. Massive Orcal is here, and then the Greenskins also hold Castle Baston. If we run into Grom, he is going to be exceptionally difficult to kill. The reason I say that is that essentially he's going to be very tanky, and he heals a lot, and then depending on what kind of scrap upgrades have been done, or what kind of cooking that Grom has done, we could find ourselves in a pretty bad position pretty quickly. So I think we need to be careful, is what I'm stating. Meaning, I may lose Bordeleaux, which is kind of sad, because this is a Bordeleaux campaign, but it is possible that I may lose Bordeleaux, and I'm just going to have to play safe and really watch out for what Grom has, because Bretonnia's infantry, maybe the really buffed up ones in Alberic's army, are kind of ready to stand their ground versus the Greenskins, but I guarantee you that these ones are not. We did finish up Worshippers of the Grail, which will help, and we've got Glorfiniel's Progeny here, which will also help a lot with our questing knights that we're recruiting. So we will get some buffs, but I mean, we're not going to be at the same level that the other army was. So I'm pulling in these Saurus Spears. These should be good at fending chariots, like goblin chariots and stuff off the flanks. Let's just continue that, and then as far as this army is concerned, we really shouldn't leave home without being properly ready to fight. And what's really struggling for me is I really need Grail Knights. Like, Grail Knights would be really good at helping to rip down Grom because of their anti-large armor piercing. However, we can't really afford the upkeep on many of them because we just haven't completed the vows yet. So we really are going to have to stick to Questing Knights. Now, Questing Knights are quite good in terms of damage, but they're just not quite as good on the charge, and they don't have that anti-large bonus. Though they will still help cut through some infantry, which is nice. But yeah, we're gonna need to be prepared here. So I've got a decent bit of cavalry. I think I'm going to go ahead and get at least one more. I am going to keep the field trebuchet. I'm not a huge fan of these things, but if I can use it to like draw Grom in and like do damage to him if he's waiting on reinforcements or something like that, it could be worth it. I don't know, this one's a tough one for me because this unit, like, it's hard to say that it would ever do as much damage as a unit of cavalry or something, but I don't know. We'll give it a chance, and we'll see what happens here. A couple of these Grail Knights these Questing Knights are all the way up at tier 7, which means that they could benefit from some additional upgrades that we can do on them. Just trying to think what else we want to throw in this army. Foot Squires. So I'm gonna have 6 Knights at this point. The field trebuchets. I honestly am thinking about just throwing another couple Foot Squires in here. Having a lot of infantry is not gonna hurt. Foot Squires aren't amazing though. Like they're kind of so-so until we get them heavily upgraded. But I mean, that's the issue with Bretonnia's infantry, is that they're not stellar. I might actually get a couple of pole arms. They do have better melee defense. Oh, they're really kind of trashy. We've got the upgrades, though, on the Foot Squires. I'm going to go ahead and throw a couple of Foot Squires. We need to get a full army here. It's going to be tricky. It's going to be tricky, folks. So, in the meantime, we've got other things going on in Lustry, and I will get to some of your comments, by the way, because we had some good ones. But we've got business to take care of in Lustria. Specifically, at this point, let's go through and look at our vows. So,
Blessings of the lady be upon you.
I know I have skill points, and we'll take care of those, but I'm checking characters to see that they all are working on vows. We need to do the Pledge to Chivalry on the Fae, and we're going to do a Pledge to Chivalry on her Paladin. Pledge to Chivalry here. I'm picking that one because it's kind of easy, like just win 5 battles. We've got a pledge to valor here. Just kill 5 lords. And we'll do a pledge to chivalry here. All right. Let's see. Let's head back over here to Alberic. Let's take care of these skill points. We were working on his personal tree here. So I'm going to go with Woundmaker. I always like dealing out more damage, making him far more powerful as a single combatant. And let's see here. Let's go with replenish troops. Awesome. All right, so this army is going to do a little bit of replenishment. I can't move this turn anyway because we just took that settlement. We've got an army sitting over here that's not really doing anything at the moment. There's not really much for it to do at the moment. It could come over here and help guard this flank against a potential Druki incursion. And honestly, it would probably be better suited to that than what it is right now. So I do think I'll go ahead and maybe move over to the Pillars of the Unseen Constellation. And then if we are going to spend any money on buildings, I want to make sure I'm spending it on income at this point. Both of these things will give me a little more income. And then let's go ahead and ignore this and end our turn. There we go. And we'll see what happens. Now, Inductive Grunt says, between the Fey Enchantress coming aboard, good relations with both Altharion and Tyrion, the new Saurus units coming in from Gorok, you're doing pretty well, Heir. Soon, John Hammond's dream will become a reality. Dinosaurs walking among men. Let it be the start of the Bretonnia Park. Yes, for those of you who don't know, we are planning on trying to make a Jurassic Park-themed army with a lord named John Hammond. And yes, we can get there. It's going to take a little while. We're going to have to gain some favor with Gorok's faction, which I think we will, by beating up on the vampirates. Oh man, I don't need another war. Ah, crap. Well, we'll call our allies in. Yeah, we got another war on our hands. So, yeah, I think we'll be able to do it if we kill... Ooh, yeah, this is precisely what I was worried about. Look at this. Grom the Punch with a 19 out of 20 and 18 of 18. Wow. And like I said, who knows what this dude's been cooking. He's level 28. He's got his lucky banner. And he's got the Axe of Grom. He is going to be so crappy to kill. Ugh, this sucks. Alright, yeah, Grom is going to be hard to stop. We're probably going to lose Bordeleaux if I just had to venture a guess. But I'm not going to get in a hurry with this army. We're going to have to set up the perfect opportunity to kill Grom. In fact, I'm kind of wondering whether I should pull... I mean, there's no way Bordeleaux can hold against Crom's army there. This is a very AI thing of me to do, but I think I'm going to actually take this army, and I'm going to cut and run. I don't want to lose the income from the wine and stuff at Bordeleaux that it's going to hurt. But I think we're better off to do it, and then I can keep these two armies together. They can reinforce each other. I'll get extra characters like these paladins and this lord to help me when fighting. It's better than just straight up sacrificing them to Grom here, I think, because Grom can march in here and take Bordeleaux whenever he wants, and there's nothing that army can do to stop him. So, if I have to, I could bring Alberic across to face Grom. I'd like it to not come to that. We can't reach the Pox Marsh on this turn, so I'm going to have to exit the settlement, head into an encampment, push forward, and then we'll hit the Pox Marsh on the next turn. We need money, so let's take a look at options for more money. Got the floating pyramid up here. There are no trade goods available to us. But we could build a farm here and get some cash, and then at the High Sentinel, we can pick up this lead trade good. Or iron, sorry. That'll make a difference. And then at the Wellsprings of Eternity, we could put in a farm and make some extra money there too. So again, right now I'm going to kind of focus in on some money. I'm going to save a little extra cash too, because we're likely losing both of those settlements there. Temple of Kara can now take on a farm. That will definitely help. Okay, well that ought to give me a decent bit more income. And then Tlax, let's see whether that's, yeah, it's going to be safe because we own it here. Let's go ahead and throw a farm in here too, and then let's throw some defenses. So we should get a decent bit more income on the next turn. However, we're also doing recruiting, and we're going to be paying a decent bit more upkeep, but hopefully we can offset it. Actually, this army finished most of its recruiting, so we should stabilize our income, but then if we lose Bordeleaux, we're going to lose the wine and the income that was there too. So, I mean, it's going to hurt. It'll be a trade, but I think we'll be safe. We put together these two armies. Maybe I can just recruit some, like, extra spearmen at arms or something really cheap in that second army, and we can just try and go overwhelm Grom and his Wa by numbers. And with the help of the extra paladin and stuff like that, we can probably overwhelm him. But it takes a real goon squad or a lot of missiles to kill Grom. Look at this. Grom's lackeys showed up at Aquitaine and took it. Not surprising. I mentioned that they probably would.
The lady
What's up? Illyrion here. They want me to join some wars. I will not do such. Let's get to another one. Hannibal Bonaparte, man. Hope you're good. It has been a long time. Hope you're doing well. He says, all the AI does is suicide charge their cav in at the start of every battle and then air at 4 minutes and 1 second, hold my beer. That's right. Hey, when they do it, it doesn't work. See, that's the difference, right? When I suicide charge, it's great. When they do it, it's terrible. You're missing the double standard I've got set up, okay? There is a standard. It's just a double standard. All right. Good to see you. Hope you're doing well. Let's take this off the Awaken. That'll be another port income for us too. So, Hawksmarsh, we got trade goods and a port. So that will help substantially. So yeah, our income stabilizing despite the increase in troops. Alright, let's head back across the ocean to the old world. And we definitely need to get this army away to safety.
I will indulge you.
Alright, so we've got this army over to safety. I'm actually going to just ditch these men-at-arms units. I'm going to just stack halberds in here. I need some extra money. What if the... I don't know if this is money well spent right now, because if Grom attacks it, this extra garrison is not going to make any difference. And if they attack it within 2 turns, I lose that money anyway, so I'm going to take that money back out. And I'm going to drop a couple more pole arms in here. If I can stack up a bunch of pole arms, which should have a pretty modest upkeep, and still deal armor-piercing damage, that should be okay. And then if I'm going to take a look, I don't remember on this guy, yeah, we were working on peasant proficiency, which is good. Or no, it's not. That's the wrong skill. Let's do a reset on this guy. This is one of the mods I'm using, by the way, that lets me reset a character's skill points. Let's do Lowborn Militia. Won't make a massive difference, but it will give a 6 melee defense buff and 6 leadership buff for our polearms. And that'll definitely make a difference for sure in terms of their capability. So you definitely want that. The only bad thing about pulling the Saurus into these armies is they don't get the benefit of any of our unit upgrades, I don't think. But still, Saurus spears are pretty chunky units. Like they're definitely a solid unit. Alright, so Lord Not Moved.
You seek prophecy.
Yep, that's understandable. I'm gonna just head into an ambush here. And we're gonna see if we can lure Grom down a little closer to us. Like I said, I'm not a big fan of the idea of losing Bordeleaux here, but sometimes sacrifice has got to be made for the greater good. A Grom Wa is going to be very hard to defeat with Bretonnia head-on. If I was playing Chorfs and I had a whole bunch of shotguns up front, I would have very few concerns about taking on Grom, but we do not have that. And so our army is very different than like what we were playing with the Chaos Dwarves. The last one, so Nakari's going to declare war on me for no apparent reason, because it looks like he's about to die. King Edward II says, absolutely loving the series. I wouldn't understand why the algorithm has been so hard on you. You don't deserve it. As a fan of all things, man, I'm eating my heart out with this campaign. Keep it up. Hey, I appreciate that. The algorithm, I don't, like, I've tried to figure it out. I think there's actually a couple of things that are probably making it why I don't get the same views I got years ago. And first of all, while I'm saying that, I don't care. Like, if I see all of you watching and enjoying it, that's all I need. I was never in this for the views to begin with, and I'm not in it for the views now. It is not my income, and and I don't depend on it for my sole income. That's a benefit I have from working full-time. Now, there's downsides to me working full-time, which means I don't get to make as many videos or as like complex of videos, which I would love to give you all, but I can't. Now, that said, like I said, I was never really in this for the views in the first place. I'm just gonna auto-resolve this one too. I'm hoping we can fight Grom on this one and occupy, and then that way we can get these losers out of here. That should mostly extinct the vampirates. Aw, man, these other lizards got down here and took Fuming Serpent. Do I have any agreements with these guys? Let's get a trade agreement, and let's throw a non-aggression pact in there. Take some of their money and propose the offer. Okay, there we go. Solid. All right, so that's gonna be good. At the Awakening, let's dump that. We could. I don't really want this building. Yeah, let's demolish that building and put something different in. Okay, I mean the control's not bad, but I'm not too worried about control at the moment. I'm actually gonna go grab the cash off of that island. Next turn I am gonna make an upgrade to that pottery resource building there. Let's take a look again and see what I can do in terms of cash. We can make an upgrade here and trade more iron. So again, I really want to stay heavily focused on cash. That would go to cash, but let's check and see if there's anything cheaper. We got a port upgrade, which is a 200 increase in cash. But that's 3,000 spin, so that one's a lot more. Do a 1900 upgrade here for an extra 50 income and 15 more logs to trade. The Cinnabar Mine is a cheap upgrade, and it'll give us a 50% increase in Cinnabar trade and a 50% increase in income. Let's do that. It's a pretty good return on investment there. Okay. So, did we get our recruit? We did get our recruiting done over here in the old world. Yeah, Grom is indeed going for Bordeleaux. That's as expected. No. And I'm just gonna stack up some more. Oh, we can get Knights of the Realm in this army at a decent upkeep. Now we're gonna lose some money at when Bordeleaux goes down, so we gotta keep that in mind. But Brion is right there too, and we could pick it up and pick up that salt trade and probably offset a decent chunk of that. And then since this guy has decent access to Knights of the Realm, those would be handy because Knights of the Realm are anti-large and they have a really solid charge bonus. That could help us clean up our flanks and let our questing knights focused against infantry. And then we've got the polearms in the middle. I think what I'm going to do is grab a couple more polearms because they're cheap and they just provide a lot of staying power. And then I'm going to throw... Don't have enough cash to get all these guys. Dang, alright, what else did I build? I'm actually going to... I don't know, my buildings are going to give me more cash, and I've got a couple of turns to recruit, so we'll be okay. Let's continue as is for now. So, Lord Not Moved, I understand. Let's go ahead and issue our commandment here to help with control. End our turn. I'm going to get to another comment. Mr. Anderson says, Heir, you should definitely name a battle pilgrim, not your empire's fanatics. I don't know if we can fit all that, but I will try and come up with a name that will fit. I like your suggestion. I'm not joining any more wars, Eltharion. I've got enough on my plate at the moment. But thanks for the offer. Do appreciate it. I enjoy smashing some skulls, even though we're not corn. Oh, great. Here we go. Another war. Oh, man. The wars are stacking up in a big hurry here. But that's okay. That's why we play campaigns. We want a big fight. All right, income is looking very good.
And hero.
We can go snag this treasure real quick. That'll get some skill points. Hopefully get us something. Alright, we're gonna sail to the wreck. A great hoard of treasure. This will help me with some recruiting. I mean, these guys are weak sauce extraordinaire, but I'm just gonna go ahead and do it. Ooh, charge bonus plus 25 and 10%. Holy cow, we're gonna put that on our Knights of the Lion-Hearted. Look at that, 121 charge on Knights of the Lion-Hearted. eat your hearts out, I guess. Alright, so what do we get treasure-wise? We should get a nice little hoard of treasure there. -2 chivalry per turn. Abductor. That's okay. We'll be doing alright on chivalry. Yeah, we're gaining plenty of chivalry. Alright, settlement is besieged at Bordeleaux. Oh, we opened the Beast Slayers of Baston. Those are going to be super handy. And then we gained a mount, and then we picked up a relic sword and the lost cargo. That's not actually that great of a haul there. I was hoping for way more cash, but sure, we'll take it.
Lord of Bretonnia.
Alright, I gotta go find a new fight for this army. There is obsidian here, but I think the lizards are gonna beat me to that, which is fine. That means that they're handling the Skaven, and I can go direct my attention against HeirofCarthage and his Druki filth. And there's gonna be some good settlements down here for us to take in the Great Turtle Isles, the Golden Colossus. So I think that once we kind of settle things down here in the former Vampire Coast, then we'll be in a good spot. I'm gonna go ahead and put another farm in here, so again, we'll get some more cash on the next turn. We've got some more buildings going, so our money situation ought to be looking pretty good. Like I said, we'll lose some when the time comes here, but now I got enough money to stack some Knights of the Realm here. Now we're starting to get dangerous with this army, because I'm going to have enough pole arms to kind of like just either reinforce the main line of squires or let the pole arms take the charge and then bring in the squires. So this is going to give me substantial capability against both the vampires and Grom. So let's go ahead and stack these guys out, take our armies in unison, and work together here to find success. I think that is what we want to do. All right. By the way, our battle pilgrim here. So this is going to be, so not your Empire's fanatics. I just don't think it's all going to fit. Not, I know it's not as cool as yours, but we should say not flagellants. Flagellants. I don't even know how to flagellants. Yeah, if I spelled it wrong, I apologize, but something like that. Thank you for the name suggestion, by the way, Mr. Anderson. Death to Wulfric. Yeah, sorry I kept saying Wulfric in the other episodes too. I was getting Wolfheart and Wulfric confused up in my head. I apologize, but that is a very me type of move. So if you're going to watch my videos, then you're likely to run into that in the future, and I will apologize in advance. I'm old. I get confused. Let's see. Get an evasion and regrowth. Excellent, excellent, excellent. We got some good stuff happening here. I'm very excited about this. I do feel like we are in a decent position. Ooh, man, there's some good high elf units here. If we could get access to, like, Sisters of Avalorn, that would be sick. I don't know, even Seaguard are, like, not a bad unit. Silverin Guard are also pretty solid. I'm actually going to build this outpost at Whitefire Tor.
Your word shall reach the Phoenix throne.
Did not build
Choose them carefully.
Hey, did I push the wrong button? Yeah, I guess I did. Whitefire Tor, construct outpost. Construct. I initiated diplomacy, my bad. Okay. Alright, we're gonna build an outpost at Whitefire Tor. I don't think it's at a huge... Well, are these guys at war with...
What would you ask of the Asa?
Okay, they're not at war with the other elves. Okay, so it should be okay for now. And then if it gets soaked up by one of the others... Okay, we can bring the Green Knight back as well. Ooh. The problem with the Green Knight... So this is something I'd like to see Creative Assembly fix. The Green Knight's cool. I like how you get uses of the Green Knight and how it has to have a cooldown. All that stuff's neat. Totally fine with all that. The only thing I don't like about the Green Knight is that when I choose to use him, he automatically spawns at your capital, which at this point is halfway across the world from where I need him. So, CA needs to allow you to spawn... Dang, we should have joined the war against him because that would have gotten us some benefit. Holy cow, the wars are stacking up. Anyway, CA needs to make it where you can... oh my wars. This is the unholy, like, World War Warhammer. Holy crap. CA needs to make it where you can pick where the Green Knight spawns, which army you're going to spawn him in, rather than just spawning at your capital. So that's all I was trying to say there. Got tongue-tied several times. Wasn't my intention. What is... we got chaos crap going on here now because the beastmen are nearby. So Morgar, the Shadow Gave, showed up by our capital. We're gonna have to now deal with him before we can go deal with Grom. We're gonna take a little bit of attrition, but I'm gonna stay hidden. Otherwise, Morgar's gonna run away. So I'm hoping we can kind of keep him in position. And if we can, then we might be able to kill him on this turn in, and then we'll get rid of some of this chaos corruption that's going on here. This one's supposed to get rid of corruption faction-wide, but we're still soaking it up because of the factions around us. Alright, Morgar's timing here is very unfortunate and is a real annoyance to me. Yeah, we lost a lot of money when we lost Bordeleaux because of that wine resource. We'll get it back. It's really just a matter of time. We're starting to clear out the vampire taint already over here, though, so that's good. What happens if I leave Creeping Jungle? We're gonna keep... Right, I'm gonna leave the Creeping Jungle and kind of make my way west over to take on Rekarth. Starting to take over his territory will bring new money and hopefully some success there. And I can stack this army in right behind mine so they can gain some experience while they go. Alright, let's see what we can do. Grom lost his Wa. That's helpful for us, so our patience hopefully will pay off. There's no guarantee on that, but we will see. I can summon the Green Knight too and go ahead and send him in Alberic's army or over to that other one. So either way, we can get the Green Knight involved. It's going to take him a few turns to walk over there anyway, because again, he has to summon at the capital. You can't summon him straight into an army that I'm aware of. If you can, then you all just please tell me why I'm stupid and I don't get it, and I would appreciate that. Yes, you can have military access, fool. I could use Lewin's help right about now. Alright, the Wa fails for Broken Axe. Ambush foiled, so that's not good. That means that Chowderhead Tarox is just going to head off into the woods. And I'm going to have to continue to try and keep Castle Carcassonne. I don't know where that idiot went.
Valiant Lord, if the lady wills it.
It's possible he's at Kino. Yeah, I don't know where he's gone. I'm gonna have to just... Okay, Musion's headed down here, so... That's okay, I'm gonna stay hidden over here. I hate kind of just wasting a turn there. But, anyway, our income popped back up a little. That's good news. This place is stabilized and in pretty good shape. Let's roll all the way over here. Let's get to another comment here. Trantor says, Bretonnia. Could you imagine wearing all of that armor in Lustria? The humidity, the horse smell. Good gosh, yeah, it's probably rough. All that humidity in the armor. I went for a quick run tonight with my dog, and it had rained all day, and it was a very wonderful, like only 72 degrees Fahrenheit, but it was full humidity, like thick humidity. And I was still just like absolutely covered in sweat at the end of the run. I mean, it was pretty crazy. All right, I know I could have spent some money on buildings, but I'm gonna hold off a turn and just kind of see what we come up against. Oh man, some Sisters of Avalorn in one of our army would be absolutely sick, because then we'd have the knights and we would have the missiles to mow people down. That's one of the things that Bretonnia is just not very good at. Their missiles are terrible, and their artillery is terrible. And that makes a big difference on higher difficulties. I have so many wars. Can we not? I don't know. Maybe I should join those, because then we get alliance points with these folks. But at the same time, it's just like maybe we could not. Where was Morgar? Okay, so Morgar has moved over towards Brion. Okay, savages. Musion was over this direction too. I don't know where they went, but we need to head this direction. I'm actually thinking I'm going to go ahead and stack up just a couple more units in this. Oh my gosh. What happened to the upkeep on these guys? It's only 238? I'm so confused. Like, why does it show... Why did I get really low upkeep on them and now it's high? Or no, I was looking at the Grail Knights, my bad. I was like, what? What happened? Alright, so 1, 2, 1, 2. Alright, so now I've just got a stack of pole arms and Grail Knights. So this is a ton of anti-large and a decent bit of armor piercing. So that'll just be bodies. Basically, we're going Zap Brannigan style on the greenskins here. Like, full Zap Brannigan. Cinnabar mining will probably give me a good bit more trade. I'd have to upgrade settlements at the Poxmarsh. Let's keep moving up here.
Lord and hero.
There's the unseen. Alright, where are we at? Where are we at? I don't see any more like super easy money here. We do have our ports. Let's go ahead and build that. Okay. Let's end our turn again. I'll get to a couple more of your comments. I know we haven't had any battles yet. I'm going to try and get some. I'm hoping there are going to be some good ones. You're like, Air, you auto-resolve those vampire ones. Yeah, they were going to be lame. What's up, Gorak?
Safe passage in these...
Military access, sure. Feel free. All right. Let's see. Flame of Fudin says, I like how you get lizards in Bretonnian lands to really show off your feats of arms and diplomacy during your errant in Lustria to the peasants of the world. Yeah, I thought it would be fun, and it would be something different. Oh, sweet. Look at this. Look who we have caught. Look who we have caught. If it isn't Filthy Morgar. So this will be a good opportunity for us. I know it'll be an easy win, but let's go ahead and fight it, and we'll get to see both of our forces in action. Battle has started. In about 10 seconds, the Fae's army is going to arrive. I've just kind of set up a line of polearms in the back, knights behind them, leaders right behind them, and of course the onus here is on Morgar. He attacked me, and I don't know why he attacked me here. Maybe he just kind of got caught and felt like he had to. He certainly shouldn't be attacking me here if he knew what was good for him, but I don't think he does know what's good for him. So yeah, I'm gonna get my infantry set up behind my main line. We've got inbound hostiles on the flanks, and I'm gonna go deal with those. And let's see here, what do we got? Chaos Warhounds. And I'm gonna head out here and take care of some of this stuff too. Alright, I've got questing knights, and I'm just gonna sling those right in, right into the targets in front of them. Let's go toe-to-toe with Morgar here. I got my Sara spears. Let's charge forward with everything we got here. Let's just throw down. Alright, Sara spears straight ahead. Let's throw some magic down right here. Help get rid of that blob a little quicker. And then the Fae. Throw down some heals. Drop a little comet action over here. 2, 1. And then let's do a melee buff on the Sara spears. Gives them plus 40 melee attack. Comet strikes home. Alright, how are our questing knights doing? Let's cycle our questing knights back. We've cleaned up the flanks and chased their units far off. Let's pull these units back over the Knights of the Realm and pull them back into a relevant combat position. My Grail Knights here. Let's send our Grail Knights in. What did I lost a questing knight over here? Are you kidding? To Ungor Raiders? What is this, some kind of joke, CA? Because it isn't very funny. Okay, Faye. Alright. I don't know how these guys are still fighting. They have no business still being in this fight. These Ungor Raiders over here must be nigh invincible. I mean, they are now engaged with 2 great swords and a Grail Guardian. and still hadn't routed until I got over there. So apparently Ungor Raiders are like the new MLG Freemen of the Warhammer world. That's impressive, to say the least. All right, it's over. And this army will prove very useful. Morgar, the Shadowgave, is gonna collapse. He won't be able to get away. Silveron will be able to keep up, and I've got this as well. Alright, we've got multiple pursuers, and then my paladins. Let's send them after some of these units. I'm gonna chase down as many of these beast freaks as I can. Okay, we've got Morgar going down. I'm just gonna assign more of my knights into a pursuit course here. And, yep, Morgar's gonna eat it. Should be good. I think we're looking good here. Okay, yeah, it's looking good, looking good. Split off to some of these other units. Morgar is down to 569 hit points. Let's just fast forward and finish him up. We're gonna Pokemon whatever ability we get from killing Morgar. I don't know what it is, but it certainly can't hurt to have all those. For those of you not as familiar with it, whenever you kill an enemy legendary lord, you get like a special bonus that your lord carries on, or any lord who defeats him. It doesn't have to be a legendary lord, but anyone who defeats him picks up like a special bonus from having defeated them. So there we go. All right, we inflicted egregious losses onto him, and I know it hurts my chivalry some and can give the bad trait, but I want to take all the cash I can get. We're gonna stack cash to the ceiling,
Welcome to fair Bretonnia.
because that's how you win wars. As you can tell, having all these armies now that we otherwise wouldn't be able to without a good focus on cash flow. Morgar destroyed. We didn't get rid of his faction, unfortunately, but we did take care of him. And what was the ability we got? Population surplus, ambusher discovered, battled. Trait.
Do you know who I am?
No. Let me see that. What is that? Trait gained, missile resistance. So for defeating Morgar, my guy got 15% missile resistance. The Fae did not get it because she was not the one who initiated that battle. There is a small army remaining here. We need to push forward. Let's go ahead and just auto-resolve that. There we go. Alright, so killed another enemy.
Who wishes the grave?
I'm actually going to take both of these armies. I'm going to put this one in an encamp stance, pick up a little bit of... Actually, I'm just going to go take this settlement with Morgiana. Let's colonize that. So Carcassonne is now ours, and we can rebuild and take advantage of that salt deposit. Alright, the Fae has picked up a skill point, which is not gonna hurt anything here. Actually, do want to get Rally, and then I want to get this Protectors of the Realm, because that'll give charge bonus, melee defense, and armor to our questing knights. And then the Peasant's Duty will give us armor and physical resistance, which would be very helpful against the greenskins. So we definitely want to take that. Let's go with Woundmaker. And then we picked up some skill points here with Armand. I'll need you all to help me give him a name, by the way. If there's something you feel like he's done that is worthy of a specific name, let's pick that. All right, Glorfiniel's Glory here. This will bust up his Knights of the Realm. So this will start to make his army quite a lot more powerful. And then his paladins. We need a name for this lord and his paladin. I will gladly take some of those. Let's do Foe Seeker. Okay, yeah, now these armies are going to stay put for this turn. That's weird. Grom is actually out sailing. That's not a smart move, so this is a great opportunity for us to stick it to Grom while he's sailing over to Ulthuan. And I very much intend to stick it to him.
My reputation precedes me.
Awesome, awesome, awesome. Things are looking quite good. Quite good. I am happy with where we are at. I'm going to build that because defenses are always worth something. I think we're going to be roughly out of time for this episode, but we've captured the rest of the Jungle of Webs. We captured Brion. We lost Bordeleaux and Aquitaine. But overall, we're still gaining, and we are in now a good push position against Brom because he made a very bad tactical mistake here, offshoring his armies in the middle of a war. Probably not the smartest decision the AI's ever made, but, you know, we can all think at times where the AI just doesn't make smart decisions, and this would be one of them. So hope you all enjoyed it. HeirofCarthage signing off for now. I'll see you next time with some more action in Total War Warhammer 3.